What's up, GG Nation, GG Legion? Your fella again, Straussman the GG.
That's right.
With my boy, collabing again, Nitefaze. Welcome back to the podcast. We're going to do Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. But before we start off the review, I just wanted to say about the movie itself. Go watch it. Just go watch it. Have your own opinion. And the reason why I bring this up is I was in a party chat with my buddies on PS4, and one of them refused to watch the movie because of the reviews he saw on YouTube and stuff. And I'm like, be your own judge and go check it out. Like, I understand how you feel like you're going to be disappointed, but you got to be your own judge.
Exactly.
And this is kind of what why I do the podcast and the channel to begin with, is kind of get outside your comfort zone, to be your own judge of things and try something different, try something new. Yeah. And Star Wars is a huge fandom anyway to begin with, a crazy fandom.
Oh yeah.
But be your own judge. Like be your own judge. Go see it for yourself. We both liked the movie a lot. He loved it. I liked it. I thought it was great. But I'll talk about what I didn't. As you usually know on Golden God and Friends, non-spoilers first, then spoilers. Yeah. Non-spoiler will probably be pretty short. Spoilers will probably be pretty lengthy. There's a lot I want to talk about.
Definitely.
But we're gonna have fun here. So thank you guys so much. We're close to 7,000. We're less than 200 away for 7,000. Really appreciate all the love, support lately. Mm-hmm. And hopefully I'll have a couple more podcasts before Christmas for you guys. And Niteface had a great idea that we'll talk about at the end. Stay tuned. So, did you like it? Did you like Star Wars Episode 8?
Nah, I fucking hated it. No, I really...
Non-spoilers right now, guys.
No, yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah, first view, because I've seen it twice.
Seen it twice?
Yeah, first viewing, I freaking loved it. Second viewing, I still, had that love, but I recognized more of the flaws.
Yeah.
But overall I enjoyed the film. I mean, I really liked the storytelling, the direction it took, the bold choices. I think for the most part
they definitely did a lot of bold choices. I definitely liked it as well. I thought it's definitely a movie to go see. If you're a Star Wars fan, just go see it. Go see
definitely.
It. Check it out. Again, don't listen to respect our review and our decision, and don't tear us apart in the comments.
Respect!
But have your own voice. Go check it out. Go see it for yourself. Be your own judge in this movie, because there's a lot to like, and there's a few dislikes for sure for me personally.
Right.
Was there anything non-spoiler that you disliked that we could talk about?
There is, and it's one kind of subplot.
Yeah.
Everybody has been mentioning this in the reviews, but it's true.
Finn and Rose?
Yes, Finn and Rose.
Finn and Rose.
In case you guys couldn't guess, yes, it's Finn and Rose. That storyline. I could have done without. It could have been done better.
It was pretty long too.
It was it kind of dragged the movie to a screeching halt, and I'm like, come on, they could have done that way better, or they could have they just kind of cut that out completely. I felt like sometimes, if you go back and watch it, I feel like they really didn't have to go to that planet. So
the Vegas planet.
Yeah,
sort of the
Casino Royale. Yeah,
totally Casino Royale.
I was expecting James Bond to be playing there.
What non-spoiler I didn't like was definitely the pacing. You hit it on the head. I think the pacing for me personally, some of it, I love Rey and Luke's subplot.
Oh yeah.
But when we went to Poe's subplot and we went to Finn's subplot, I felt like it kind of, like you said, kind of dragged it down, especially Finn and Rose. As much as I love Rose as a character and Finn as a character, I kind of felt like they really didn't do much.
No,
at all. They had a purpose, they had a mission, don't get me wrong, but they didn't, really do much. And I think a lot of people's complaint was this movie kind of doesn't go anywhere. And I can kind of see that a little bit.
Well, yeah.
A little bit. It's just kind of, I think, what we have to understand, if you're a Star Wars fan, is that original trilogy is memorable to you, but just keep it that way. This is the new line. They're finally kind of getting away from Lucas a little bit, which I liked a lot.
Oh, yeah.
They took a lot of huge... every time you felt like it was going to be Empire, they went whoosh, left turn.
Different direction.
And I liked that a lot, because this movie didn't follow Empire Strikes Back, and that was my biggest concern. Remember, I was really
that's the ironic thing is like because there's like a lot of people that are hating this for being too different, and yet they hated The Force Awakens for being too similar.
I think that's just the bad part of the fandom, though. Yeah. Like
make up your minds.
It's just everybody's not gonna enjoy it. Like if you like the original trilogy, it's never gonna hit those notes.
Oh yeah.
Like it will have those Easter eggs. They'll do a good job about. I mean, they did a really good job on this movie with Easter eggs, references and stuff. But it's fun for new fresh air, and I like that. I like this a lot about this movie that it had a lot of guts. A lot. Like this is a huge fandom, but they had a lot of guts and a lot of chance to take risks, and I really appreciate that. But there was some risks for sure. We'll talk about in spoilers that I didn't care for as much. And there's risks that I, okay, I can see this where it's going. But I can definitely say for me personally, the pacing wasn't as strong. It slowed the story down a little too much for me. I feel like they could have condensed the movie a little bit more. It's a long Star Wars movie. It's like 2:30.
It's like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's pretty long.
Yeah, it's pretty long.
And there was actually, but for me, it was getting slow, but then it picked up at the right moment.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, but there was a point where it dragged on for me. I was like, holy crap, this is getting scary.
Really?
Yeah, but then it just picked up. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah. My dad and I discussed it a little bit because we felt like the story could be a little bit stronger. But like I told you off camera, I feel like they're planting a lot of seeds for episode 9, and we'll talk about that in the spoiler section. Surprisingly, there's a lot of comedy, and I loved it. I loved it. It wasn't just thrown in there for the sake of, if you watch any Star Wars, of course they have comedy in it.
Yeah.
But it's not thrown in there for the sake of just being thrown in there. They have the serious moments at the right points. Mm-hmm. They have the right comedic points at the right point. I never felt like the comedy was out of place. I always felt like that was an awesome, hilarious joke. Yeah. Especially Mark Hamill. He had amazing jokes. He had a whole bunch of
that's another thing is the comedy was very unexpected.
Yeah.
It was surprising and it was so engaging. So when it happened, you're just like, "Oh, this is awesome!"
Yeah, even to the point, where they kind of opened the movie with some comedy.
Yeah.
I feel like, the comedy. As a fan of comedy, I love it and I appreciate it. But this movie had the nice balance of it. I give it that. It had the great comedy, but it had also the great action, the great suspense, and the perfect drama. We're to the point where you thought it was going this way, but it goes a different way. I really liked... oh, man, I just lost my train of thought.
The forceful through.
Yeah, oh my god. But I believe the villains were excellent in this movie. Yeah. I like the villains a lot. I like Snoke. When Snoke was on screen, he commanded attention. I loved it.
I like that.
General Hux, I think Hux?
Hux, yeah.
He was a great villain because he was the punching bag, and it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Everybody just loved to beat the shit out of that guy for no reason. But it was a funny. But he made a great villain because he had so much disdain for Kylo, as you saw in the last movie, and it's cool to see that. And then he kind of has a certain thing. Yeah. I think the weakest villain for now is still Kylo a little bit, and we'll talk a little bit more in spoiler. But, did you like the villains of this movie? I thought they were an excellent piece to this movie.
No, they did, actually. Yeah, I actually liked what they did with Kylo, though. Actually,
I like some things. I like some things, too. But we'll talk about it as well.
Yeah, I think...
There's one side of him I still don't like about it.
Right. Well, I think with the decisions they took to his character felt a little bit more fleshed out than Force Awakens, in my opinion.
Honestly, it felt natural.
Yeah,
it felt. It wasn't just like okay, but it felt right, and we'll talk about that in the spoiler. So the last non-spoiler thing before we get, I know it's short non-spoiler. We're only doing 10 minutes of non-spoiler.
Yeah.
Where do you rank this in your Star Wars lineage? What's your top 5? Does it make your top 5?
It does make my top 5. I put this at number 2, actually.
Ah. Yeah. I'm guessing Empire is number 1.
Of course, yes. Empire. I had to think about it long and hard, but Empire still takes the crown. But this is number 2. This is just a close, solid number 2. Because, like I said, it was just so surprising, so engaging. I like movies that just continue to surprise me. Because in this movie, this is the most movie where I was like, whoa, I didn't expect that. Or I didn't see that coming. Or I didn't think they'd go there, you know?
This movie definitely makes you think. This movie will be a lot more appreciated with second and third viewings when this comes out in Blu-ray and it's a nice gift for people.
I guarantee you one thing. Like, this movie is going to age well. All the people that are fucking hating on this right now, give them some time. They're going to go back to it and they're going to be like, you know what? I kind of like where they took this. You know?
Exactly.
Like, I have that distinct... It's gonna be like a cult classic.
I kind of agree with you. I feel like they did a really good job. I can see where a lot of people's concerns, and I feel like it's fair for sure.
Yeah.
But what's your 3, 4, and 5 then?
I say 5 would be Force Awakens, 4 would be Star Wars, and 3 would be Return of the Jedi because it has one of my favorite lightsaber duels with Vader and Luke, and I just like the green saber. I just fucking love it.
For me, number 1 will always be Empire, and there will be nothing that beats that, I think. 2 is A New Hope.
Oh, okay.
Like, I like that. Like, obviously it's the first Star Wars movie I ever saw. I went to I told a lot of screen now. I went to the re-releases with my dad. He took me to the re-releases of Star Wars, and that's how I kind of got into Star Wars. And I just remember Episode 4, A New Hope, that will always be in my mind. 3 will probably be Rogue One. I really enjoy Rogue One.
Okay.
I like Jyn Erso a lot and that character. I liked how they didn't puss out and they sacrifice.
Right.
Sorry, we're not a kids show, but we'll try to tone it down. But I really liked Rogue One a lot. I liked how it wasn't a Star Wars movie in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Like, it was just its own thing. 4 will have to be probably this one, maybe Last Jedi. It's between this or Return of the Jedi. It's like they're so close to 4 and 5. I really enjoy this, and then Force Awakens just outside of my top 5. Really enjoyed that movie, liked it, but if you don't throw Rogue One in there, then it would be in the top 5. Star Wars Force Awakens.
Rogue One will be 6 for me.
But I know that's shocking to some, but I really like Rogue One. It's up there for me. It's one of my personal faves, and I like that story and how it leads perfectly into New Hope.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And you get to see a little bit more of the other characters as well. Like, you get to see a little bit more of Darth and stuff. I like that. I wish those
are the best things.
I think they will do a Darth Solo movie, or they have one planned or something. But I would like to see more of Darth Vader.
That'd be cool. Vader, a Star Wars story.
What? Yeah, just to see his lineage more, because we always see it more towards the end, when he's already dominant and stuff like that. Yeah. We saw how he became Vader, Revenge of the Sith, but I want to see that time in between where he's learning, he's learning and he's accepting his fate. So we're gonna get right into spoilers right now. So we're gonna give you a couple seconds just to think about it, and we're gonna jump right in. So for me, the big thing, would you think killing Snoke was too soon? Do you think that was too soon?
It was perfect. I actually think it was perfect.
I actually like this risk a lot because I was not expecting it at all.
I was not expecting it, and I'm like, he served his purpose. I mean, I don't know why everybody's so upset. Like, oh, you build him up, and then you kill him off. We don't know nothing about it. Like, why does everything need to be explained?
You know what that's called, kiddos? Great writing. Exactly. Great mystery.
Great mystery. Not everything needs to be spoon-fed to everybody.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Again, have your own opinion. Think about Snoke how you want it.
Yeah, but
I liked that they had the balls to and the way he died was epic too.
Hell yes!
That shot where Kylo just pulled the lightsaber out of him and it just fell. And that was a nice twist as well. But we'll go on with Snoke if you want.
Yeah, I just find it ironic how they're criticizing his death, and yet you look at the original trilogy, they never gave the Emperor a backstory.
Yeah.
So
that's what made him so great, because for 3 movies you're like, who the hell is this
Exactly. Guy? But what did the Emperor serve? He served to enhance Darth Vader's story arc. Yeah. Just like Snoke served to enhance Kylo Ren's story arc.
Yes.
Making him the big bad.
That's a huge thing to talk about as well, and we'll get into it in a little bit, but I don't think it is killing Snoke too soon. I think it's the right moment.
It was the right moment.
It was a really interesting twist, and the did I have it on here?
Mm.
Oh yeah, I do. We'll bump it up. Well, for Kylo, because it leads right into Kylo anyway.
Yeah.
So you think Kylo is gonna be I like the fact that Kylo is conflicted. I like that part of him, but I don't like the whiny bitch side that's still kind of there a little bit.
Yeah.
You see a little bit in the beginning where Snoke's like, take that ridiculous thing off.
Yeah, and
he just bashes it.
He throws that emo tantrum in the elevator.
Yeah.
He takes the mask. He's like, ah!
I'll give him a lot of credit. That's the only time you see that.
Yeah.
So that was his biggest complaint in episode 7, but Adam Driver. It's Adam Driver.
Yeah,
right?
Adam Driver. Yeah.
He does a fantastic job. I like the risk that they gave him. Basically, the Ferrari is the big bad. Do you think he'll be the right villain in episode 9? You think this is the right seed planet? That's one of the seeds I was talking about. Yeah. It's a big time. It's shocking because it seems like Rey and Finn, Rey and Kylo team up. They're kicking a lot of ass. We're gonna be best buddies, maybe lovers, and then it goes. Yeah. No, bro, I want to be the dude.
Yeah.
I want to be the dude.
Yeah. I think for them now making Kylo Ren the main villain, I'm kind of 60-40 on that because it's okay, I like the idea, but is he ready? Is he ready? Yes. Yeah, because I'm I don't feel like he is.
But I think that's what makes him good though is that confliction. I like that part of him where he's I don't know what to do because my uncle tried to kill me, and then Snoke just beats the shit out of me repeatedly. I want to be like my grandpa, and I think once he accepts that he'll never be Vader is when he'll. And I think he started to take strides with that because he got rid of the helmet, he got rid of a few things.
Well, here's the thing. Here's one prediction that just came to mind is, I would like to see in episode 9 because we haven't seen them yet. So I don't know if they're around or they're dead. Is the Knights of Ren. His squad, his group of people.
Yes, because there's supposed to be other Jedi.
Right, yeah. Yes. So I'm are they saving them for episode 9? Because if they do, I think that would further enhance his character. Because think about it, he's going to lead the Knights of Ren. Okay, guys, because I just took over, let's go.
It's very subtle. He just mentions, Luke mentions that he was training a few others, and then Kylo took all of them with him. Right. And that was it. That was the only mention. But you're right. Maybe that's another seed they planted. And I think that's what angers a lot of people. I think they don't there's a lot of seeds planted in this movie. Yeah, it is. And they don't know if it's gonna come to fruition. We're gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to be patient and find out. Yeah. But I think I don't know I'm with you. I don't know if Kylo is the right villain yet. He got away luckily by killing Snoke because Snoke did not expect that. Yeah, and then they had a really good epic fight scene. Yeah. I wish there was a little more of that though. I wish there was a little more lightsaber duels in it. For sure. Because I feel like they in Force Awakens they cranked up the Jedi powers to 11. Yeah. And this one they cranked it down to a 1. There was barely any Jedi powers at all. Yeah. It was more of a intimate movie, I would say. It's more about the other characters, which was cool. I understood that. Another big shocker is Leia not dying.
That was the
Leia not dying. You see that moment where Kylo doesn't. I like how Kylo didn't pull the trigger. Yeah. In the trailer, they make it seem like he's gonna pull it, and he doesn't. They shoot at her. She flies out, and you think she's gone. Oh shit, this is it.
This is it.
And guess what? What'd she do?
She turned to Superman. It just floats to the ship. It has a Mary Poppins moment.
Well, it's really cool to see Leia use some of her Force powers. Right. It's never mentioned in the original trailer. How come? I think they just forgot about it. Yeah. I think they forgot.
That was very cool. Jarring. It was yes. It was jarring, surprising. It was crazy. I had so many feels when I first watched it. Yes. Because when it happened, she gets blown the F out of the ship. And I'm holy crap. This is it. I'm this is it. This is how they kill her character. She's floating there, and she's getting all iced up, very Guardians of the Galaxy looking. Yeah. So I was wow, they're really going here. Then she just opens her eyes and just floats, and I was just what? I think it was very crowd pleasing. I liked it.
I like that risk a lot too because Leia finally got to use her powers a little bit, and the risk of not killing her is shocking.
It is.
Do you think they have a few scenes recorded for Episode 9, or they're just gonna be like, hey?
I think the only thing they can do, because they talked about this, like Carrie Fisher's family, they addressed like, hey, if you guys want to use her like CGI or anything like that,
and
they could.
They kind of did already in Rogue One a little bit.
Yeah, but the thing is, they already said like, no, they don't want to go down that route. So I'm guessing maybe this will time jump, and maybe she'll be dead already. Who knows? So
they're probably gonna have to, or
like they probably explain it in the opening crawl,
or they actually did film a few scenes of Episode 9 already, which I don't know if they did yet. But
I don't know if they did. No.
They could have.
Yeah.
Before we get to number 3, let's go to 4. Like Yoda, surprise out of nowhere. Like he was I like how they was Puppet Yoda.
Puppet Yoda.
I think it was Puppet Yoda.
Yeah,
they did a really good job. Like it was hard to tell.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I think that's Puppet Yoda. I was talking to my dad. He's like, I don't know. It looked like that was really good CGI.
No, that was animatronic Puppet Yoda the whole way. Which I really appreciate.
But did you like his cameo? Because I feel like they're going to bring more cameos for the 9th movie and movies going forward.
Yeah, I really enjoyed his cameo. It fit well. I just love seeing that. And, that side of Yoda that we got introduced to the Empire Strikes Back. Not the prequels, but in Empire Strikes Back, he's like this wisecracking, like...
Yeah,
Mr. Miyagi, slick... master, and we got to see that again, so I love...
Yeah, because Luke's very conflicted. He wants to get rid of the Jedi Temple and everything. Like, he's stuck on this island just wanting to die.
Yeah, that's what he said.
He just wants to die. He doesn't want to be Luke anymore. He's not the hope anymore that the galaxy needs. Yeah. He just wants to die, and he wants to get rid of the old Jedi books. He doesn't want to train anybody. He wants to burn down the old sacred tree.
Yeah.
And Yoda's he just does it for him. So like,
he's like, burn it down, you will.
And he's like, it's not about the books, Skywalker. It's just, I'm still teaching you.
Much to learn you still have. I love that.
And Yoda in this movie was great. It was unexpected. Was not expecting him at all. And the moment is beautiful.
It was. Yeah.
I forgot to mention what I liked was definitely Mark Hamill's performance as Luke in this. I like how this was a old man Jenkins Luke that he was.
It reminded me
like he was done. He's like, dude, I'm gonna drink this Walrus milk. I'm gonna drink.
That scene was hilarious, dude.
Oh god, it was gross.
That scene was like the face he makes when he's just sucking that milk out of the tit or whatever. And he just looks at Ray. He's like, got milk.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
It was.
But
gross.
It's moments like that I don't know. People are just gonna love or they're just gonna hate.
I know Mark. We talked about it off camera. Mark didn't like. This direction of Luke, but personally, I did.
I liked it. I think it worked. It was very fitting.
I liked it a lot.
Because he even says it. He's like, "Oh, everyone sees me as the legendary Luke Skywalker," but not. You can't expect your legends to live up to all that. He
also made. He's like, I understand it's not my movie anymore. It's not. It's like it's newer people writing it, and I understand that. But I respect him for doing a professional job. He didn't like it.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. This leads right into the next point. Like, was this not a proper send off for Luke? You think? Because we all thought they killed him.
Yeah, they did.
But do you think this was a proper send off? And to be honest, guys, seriously, he's coming back in the 9th movie. He's gonna be a ghost. Clearly,
he became one with the Force, and I actually do think...
And like you said, they never technically go away.
Exactly.
You never leave the Force.
I think it was a proper send-off to his characters. It was very poetic and beautiful because the scenery, the cinematography is amazing.
Did the actor for Ben Kenobi pass on?
Yeah, well... Which one?
The original one.
What, the one in the prequels?
No, the original. The original.
Oh,
OG.
yeah, he did.
Because I would like to see him come back as a ghost. Maybe they'll use the newer Ben Kenobi.
Oh, yeah, Ewan McGregor, that actor. Yeah.
Which I thought he did good.
But that's what I was going to get to, is I thought it was very fitting because he had a very Obi-Wan Kenobi death where, remember, it's still to this day, now I understand it though, but when I used to watch Star Wars, the first one, that moment where Obi-Wan just grabs the lightsabers and just meditates with the Force, and then Vader strikes him down, but then you just see his clothes fall. You're like, what the hell happened there? Because he became one with the Force. Yeah. And that's how Luke went out, and I really appreciate that.
I really liked his scene where he came back. He got like a nice haircut and everything.
That was badass, yeah.
And everybody's like, I'm like, okay. But if you pay attention to that scene, this is spoilers, kids. When they're on that salt planet walking, like it's the end of the movie, it's the climax. They're on that salt planet walking. Mm-hmm. If you notice when Luke walks, there's no footprints.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, because I thought, I'm like, what the hell? Like, he had time to get a haircut and all this shit?
Yeah, I noticed that on the second viewing. The first viewing, I did not notice
like,
that. So when that moment happened...
And he had some great moments. Like, you could see the hatred that Ben Skywalker... Or Ben... I don't remember.
Ben Solo?
Ben Solo, yeah, Ben Solo. Ben Solo's, angst for his uncle. Like, how much hatred he has for his uncle... Yeah. That he wants to kill,
That's another thing I like.
Kill him that bad, and they almost did the Obi-Wan thing for sure, when he sliced through him. Yeah. And everyone's like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, that was a forced projection. I like that.
Yeah, and I like that.
I like that twist.
I also liked when all the AT-ATs were shooting at him.
Yeah,
and Hux is like, you did enough, bro. Like, you did enough. You get him? Did you get him?
Yeah.
And like you said, he just brushes the dirt off. I like that a lot. And I'm like, damn, this dude's a beast. Yeah. The only thing I didn't like about that scene is that fight is very lame.
Oh, what?
Him and Kylo's fight was very...
When he does like the Matrix.
They don't do it long enough. Like I said, I wish there was more, like... Because Kylo and Rey's fight together was epic as hell.
Yeah.
But Kylo and... Luke, you expect an awesome freaking battle.
Right.
And it kind of isn't. It really, to me, honestly, it isn't. Like, but it's cool. I understand the purpose. Force projection.
Yeah.
Gave everybody time to get the hell out of there. Do you feel like they could have introduced the Grey Jedi in this? Because it seems like they were trying to, but they really didn't. She wore Grey. She wore Grey, but it didn't really, like...
They could have.
How, Go ahead, sorry.
No, I mean, they could have. They definitely could have. They were kind of almost leaning towards that, but they didn't really...
Yeah, it was another one of those where they kind of like, oh, okay, you got me again.
That way,
you got me again, movie.
Yeah. And that's what I like about the movie. It's just, it really does all these twists and turns you don't see coming. And it keeps it refreshing. And that's what I liked about it. Like, it would have been awesome to see Luke versus Kylo, him whipping out the green saber or whatever, them going at it. It would, like I said, very fan fiction-y, very, very expected. That's easy. Anybody could write that. I could write that. Like, okay, they're gonna go at it right here. But I like that Rian Johnson's like,
if I wrote it, the movie, it would be a 3-hour movie of them just fighting.
Yeah. It's like, you don't need to. You got Revenge of the Sith. You got for like fucking an hour. Yeah. And nobody hits each other. Yeah. But it's like, but it could have went down that route, and it didn't. And that was so cool.
I respect a lot of the risks they did take in this movie.
Like, the Force projection, like, how they played the Force, like, how they utilized the Force here was very interesting. I think that was one of the most highlights of the film. They added
a lot to that mythos in general.
Yeah.
There's a lot of newer Force abilities, like Force texting.
Yeah. Force texting. Like, shit, I love that scene where...
Hey, yo, girl.
Yeah, where Rey I guess she, like, walks in on Kylo, and he has his fucking chest out and shit. The motherfucker's so juiced.
Like, look at my nips.
Yeah.
Look at my Kylo nips.
Dark side.
And she's like, can you put a shirt on?
Yeah.
Can you put a shirt on?
He's like, no, is it working? Is it working?
So it's interesting they have that connection. They have that link, that Force text link.
I like that. That was so...
It was interesting.
Very interesting. So, like, what the heck? I was not expecting that. And there was, like... And also, when they're doing that, it's like they could kind of, like, in a sense, project themselves where they're at and pick up elements of that location. Like,
to the point where you can almost, like, physically touch them.
Yeah! And I enjoyed that. I was like, whoa.
So Force Sex is next. Episode 9, Force Sex.
Oh! Like, let me
project.
Yeah. Well, you opened up a can of worms there, buddy. Oh man!
Don't ever let me direct a Star Wars movie.
No. Here comes the buddy shot. You
ready? Oh my god! What are you doing?
Imagine they just walked in on Kylo. He's just there. He's just like, I'm having 4-6. Please go away.
Yeah. Please refrain. But it's really interesting. The mythos, and like I said earlier, like they're getting away from that George Lucas stuff and kind of adding to their own mythos, which I really like a lot, and I really find interesting. And I like the fact that, you know, their new abilities, but I still feel like they scaled back a lot in the Force ability. But like I said, it was a more intimate movie. It was just trying to build on those. I feel like Rey and Luke shine together the most out of the whole movie. I feel like Finn and Rose are
they gotta get the short end of the stick.
Like Finn and Rose were definitely the weakest part of the movie.
Yeah.
And then Poe and Leia are a big part of the movie, but they're just okay. They're just kind of just hanging around there.
Yeah, like I see what people were talking about. Like, so much of the story doesn't go anywhere. Like, there's certain plot holes. Like, for example,
because they do the wipe a lot. Like they wipe. It's like I'm enjoying this amazing moment between Rey and Luke, and it just wipes the Poe and stuff. I'm like, oh, dude.
Yeah, like go back to that.
I like that. Really, I like that a lot. Like, can we go...
Right. Like the weakest thing about this movie is definitely the Finn and Rose storyline when they go to Kanto fucking Casino Royale planet, whatever that is.
I forgot what it was called.
That planet was just... That whole story should have been cut out. It's just the way they try to make it very, like, social commentary in a way, like... Very political, like I got like a very we gotta save the animals kind of thing when they release all those animals.
The PETA vibe.
Yeah, those little wannabe chocobo things. Like, like what the hell? What? Like we could have done that.
I like most of the creatures in this, but I do understand. I think I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to show Finn, like when they introduce DJ, like they're trying to show Finn. That there's he's the weapon, like the rebels are buying weapons too, so is the Force. I understand what they're trying to do a little bit, kind of add that political side a little bit, but it did drag the movie. Like it really did. It's a 30-minute scene almost.
It just fell flat. The whole scenario fell flat. Like even when like Finn, he was gonna make that sacrifice, and I felt like they should have maybe just gone ahead and done it.
That was the risk I wish they did. They didn't do it.
I was hoping for it because it would have been so much. It would get that emotional impact.
Yeah, you would have felt more for
and then Rose kind of just effed up his moment. Like that was so lame. I did not like that. Like she messed up his moment, and then you get this forced romance with them.
Yeah, to be honest, I do like the romance between the two.
Nah, I don't.
Because I don't think Finn and Rey were ever intended to be.
Right.
Like, it seemed like that very much in Episode 7. Even when he wakes up in Episode 8 here, he's like, where's Rey?
Yeah.
Oh,
she's having forced sex with Kylo.
Serious leakage going on.
Serious leakage.
He was he's, big time comedic relief, and he does a good job. Like, his moments were funny. And Rose's moments were funny. I really enjoyed her as a character. But yes, their story, their risk wasn't really worth it at all.
And then with like Poe, he started off very strong in his story.
Yeah.
I like how he was kept opposing. What's her name? That one chick with the purple hair.
I forgot her name, but yeah, the new
Holdo or whatever.
Yeah, Holdo or something.
Yeah. I like where that was going, but then it made no sense. Like
it was all for a lesson, really.
Yeah, it's like why did Holdo tell Poe, listen, come over here. This is Leia's plan, so chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
Why did she...
Hey, stop being a big asshole.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he started a mutiny for, no reason, and it's just I was liking where it was going.
He learns a heavy lesson. I do like that aspect of it, but Poe, in general, he had more to do in this movie, but it's just... Again, it was one of those points where it's just can we go back to Luke? And, I really like that, because you don't really even get to see Rey train at all. With Luke at all, barely.
Yeah, he gives her few vocabulary lessons, I guess.
He's
about the Force. He's like, okay, feel the Force.
And then he becomes like a dad. No texting during midnight.
Oh, that was great. He just pulls the damn wall. And he's like, what the hell's going on here, huh?
I can make him good. I can make him good.
I like how they were just they were just sitting down like this, very monk-esque. And Kylo was just there like, oh shit, Uncle Luke caught us.
Yeah. Do you like that risk, though, the romance between the two?
With Rey and Kylo?
Yeah.
I would say it was a romance. I feel like it's more like sexual tension. That's what I got from it.
Yeah, but I think they're heading there.
Maybe.
Like, it felt like they force texted a lot.
But,
hey, yo, girl, what you doing?
Complete with emojis and lightsabers.
Yeah. Smiley face, winky face.
Yeah. Why you send me the emoji pork for? But, that was the most engaging part of the story.
It really was.
Besides Luke and Rey on the island, it was like Kylo and Rey interacting.
Yeah, that's where Kylo really kind of took off.
Yeah, his character was getting built up even more.
Yeah.
Like, I like this side. I like where they were going. In a way, I was kind of hoping, since they were just taking all these risks, that Rey kind of went to the dark side. But
I thought it was going to happen. Like, they were going to... What if they teamed up and just ruled the galaxy together? That would have been...
Why the hell not? That would have been... Holy crap, how will we end this trilogy? Like, with them, ruling the galaxy? That'd be interesting. And then if they did that, then I think it would enhance the film.
Yeah.
They went down that route. But,
that's where... That was the only time this film kind of played it safe, was its main character.
Yeah.
And you just knew none of them were going to die besides possibly Leia, which shockingly didn't happen, and then Luke. We know Luke was going to go.
Yeah.
You just knew it. Like, it's called The Last Jedi, basically, because of him, basically.
Yeah, I want to talk more about that scene, man. When they teamed up, dude, that was, like, everything.
That was a great
That was amazing. Like, the choreography, that has to be one of the best, like, lightsaber fights. It was funny because they were fighting guards that weren't even using lightsabers. They were using, like, kind of like ninja weapons, but they were like lightsabers.
Yeah, they added like new lightsaber type weapons, like you said, like
it was like ninja
swords,
style.
Yeah, like ninja.
Yeah, like
ninja gauntlets.
One of them had like
a whip.
Yeah, like a nunchuck looking one. He's like, I
was
love
dope.
that scene. That shit was good.
And they didn't skip out on the violence in that either. Like people get stabbed in the head.
Dude, that was crazy. I like the best shot there was when Rey throws the lightsaber to Kylo and he just turns it on.
Yeah.
That was amazing. I love that.
And then he's like, hey, yo, girl.
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah.
He's like, you get the chills right here.
And he's like, I'm going to be the guy now. I'm the evil guy.
She said, I will not join you.
And I like that a lot because I really thought they were going to switch. Like, he was going to go good, she was going to go evil.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that they kind of stayed, like, he ascended. He was like, you know what? I'm going to keep going evil.
Yeah.
I just got rid of the guy that was trying to...
Exactly, yeah. And they stayed true to his character. I like that. I like that he didn't go, okay, I'll join the rebels. It wouldn't make no sense. I would be like, no. But
to me, it would have because he's so conflicted. Because there is good in him. You see it in him. He's like super like, oh God, I'm hurting.
Yeah.
Like my uncle tried to kill me.
Yeah. Luke, why do you hate me? Why is your
this leads into another spoiler. What did you think of the reveal of Rey's parents?
It was fine, but I understand why people were upset because like the Force Awakens kind of built that up.
Yeah.
With that scene, like where they show the parents taking off, and you're like, well, I understand that. I understand. People put a lot of expectations into that.
Well, I understand a lot. I understand even the Luke send off and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I understand the complaints other side of it. But how'd you really feel like instant reaction? Where you?
I was fine with it. I was like, okay, I like the idea that, especially because the way it ends. Yeah. We'll get to that, but.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah. But like the fact that she comes from nothing, that's what intrigued me. It was like,
but there's still a possibility because it's Kylo telling her stuff.
See, that's the thing where I felt like it was executed very like,
I almost feel like they did that just in case like the backlash is too severe. Like, all right, we'll make her parents something.
They could easily go to the next film. Yeah, like Kylo said that shit to bring her to the dark side, to manipulate her.
I'm with you. I'm fine. I actually enjoy that a lot because I like the fact that she could just be another Anakin. A nobody. Like somebody can... And even the little broom boy, what did he do?
Exactly. I like that.
I like that fact. I like that risk a lot. That was a huge risk. And I like the fact that she... she doesn't have to be a somebody. She can become a somebody now. But I like that. Like, everybody starts somewhere. Like, not you don't have to be part of the lineage.
Yeah, like I have a royal family. I came from this.
As much as I really wanted her to be a Skywalker, like Luke's kid, I kind of like this. Like, it surprised me a lot. It was something I was not expecting. You know, I was expecting, like, a big reveal, but I wasn't hurt by it. I was just like, wow, that's really cool and interesting. You had a lot of guts to do that.
Exactly. I like that. I like that. He was like, you come from nothing. Which is more reason
you're
why...
You're dirt.
Yeah, you're scum. You're just shit. Like, but that gave me, like, oh, man.
And Daisy's Ridley's acting in that scene where she, just the tears, like, she knew...
Yeah. That's why I was kind of hoping she went with Kylo. I was like, yes, just go with it. Fuck it.
But I think Kylo, again, personally, deep down, I think Kylo just said that because he wanted her to join.
Exactly.
Because I think it's a huge risk in this movie, but I think in Episode 9 they're gonna she's gonna be somebody. She's gonna have. But I like that she could be the New Hope. Yeah. But was there any other risks that you didn't like or didn't like in this particular movie?
Well, there's another minor risk that people were like, what? Not a risk, but just. The way they executed it is so dumb. It was like basically the moment where Ray gives him the lightsaber. He's looking at it. He just hucks it over his shoulder.
Dude, I thought that was hilarious. I laughed my ass off.
I thought that was just executed really.
Like even on a Monday when I saw it 3 days ago, most people had a week to digest it. I had 3 days to digest the movie. Yeah. And the opening scene made everybody laugh. Like everybody was laughing. And I liked that a lot. I don't think that was a risk personally. Yeah. I liked. It was just I like this version. He's at the end of his rope, man.
It reminds me of Logan so much. Yeah, that's why I'm biased and I love this movie because I love Logan. Yeah. How he took Wolverine's character, which makes
being honest, Logan's a much better movie. Than
of course, heck yeah,
I would say
heck yes. Like that's a masterpiece. That's a 10 out of 10 for me personally.
But this is actually rated higher than Logan, but I think Logan's much better.
Well, yeah, by a fraction, by a hair.
It still counts. That percentage is huge in the Rotten Tomatoes world.
Yeah, I disagree, though. We're going to go on Rotten Tomatoes. Screw you! I'm never going to Disney. Can you believe I went on RT and the funniest...
Disney owns everything now.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, they got Fox now. So I mean,
they got Fox. What's going to happen with that?
They said they were going to leave Deadpool alone, which I like. Which I really like.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I can't. They'll just find a way to shoehorn Mickey Mouse in the background.
I'm sure there'll be a lot of Mickey Mouse jokes now. But...
Yes, I can see that, yeah.
I respect that they'll leave Deadpool alone. But was there any other risks that you liked, you didn't like? Like, did you like the romance or the potential romance of everybody? Like, it even seemed like Poe was into that older lady.
Well... Too bad she died. That's another thing, though. That light speed.
That scene was one of the best, and there was no sound to it.
It was just like ambient noise.
Basically, she just suicide bombed the Empire.
That was amazing.
Epic. It was amazing. One of the best scenes in the movie. Probably the best scene in the movie.
I would say, hands down, that is one of the best visually shot scenes in Star Wars ever.
I mean, it looked so good.
Yeah.
Especially, I saw it in IMAX 3D with my dad, and that scene was like, why can't I hit repeat right now? Like, I just want to watch this over and over.
I saw it on the RPX, and they have like those super surround.
Yeah.
So when that happened, you hear like the ambient noise in the background. Like,
that's where I saw it, and it was amazing.
Yeah, and I was like, what?
It was amazing in the RPX theater to watch it.
I like how, like, when that happened, the theater went silent because it was quiet. And you hear like a pause in the audience, and it just erupted. Yeah. When that thing happened, everyone just stood up. Everyone stood up.
It was epic. It was really epic.
That's why, man.
Like the romance I did like, but I feel like I just don't know how I feel about Kylo and Rey yet. I know, like you said, it's just sexual tension. They
don't
know
up in the air right now, so.
But I don't know how I feel about that. I did like the Finn and Rose romance, but it just. Their whole arc, it was just basically just the way. Even Captain Phasma gets the short end of the stick again.
Yeah, again. But I hope this time they don't bring her back.
She's dead, though. I think she's dead now.
I hope so. I hope they don't bring her back because it'd be like, what's the point, you know?
She gets so much hype, and it's like, and basically this the trailers from the movie don't spoil anything,
No, they don't.
Except for that scene. That's the only scene they spoil, and that's literally the only scene with Captain Phasma and Finn.
Yeah. She was very underutilized. Like,
she is a high-profile actress for sure, and she probably got a big fat check, and she was probably really happy. Okay, see ya.
I have to do shit.
Couple lines, yeah. Bye.
Yeah, all right, guys, I'm out.
It's.
I mean, I wish the fight lasted longer because it was very short. It was like a 1 minute fight.
That's how I felt about the Luke and Kylo. I felt like it should have been a little bit better, like a little bit longer, a little bit more to it. But I understand it. Like the best fight scene for sure was the Kylo and Rey team up.
Glorious. That was glorious.
So we talked about seeds. Well, all the seeds they planted, all the risks they took that we just talked about, are these gonna pay off in Episode 9? Because I feel like they should have killed off Finn or Poe or somebody.
Maybe and maybe not. Like I said, since
it's definitely. But in your opinion, what do you think they're going with Episode 9? Like, how are you gonna feel like JJ is gonna be like, hey yo, girl?
Yeah, I was gonna be like, hey yo, read them Reddit posts. Right? So. But that's them going forward with all these risks. I do like it because it really stands alone. This film stands alone. Like if this was the last one. Holy crap! They just left it like very.
And it kind of felt like that. It kind of felt like it was like this is. Oh wait, did I just watch the third Star Wars movie?
Yeah. This is it.
But it was really good. Like I said, I just some of the pacing and some of the risks I didn't like as much. Mm. Like I didn't like the fact that they didn't kill anybody off. They didn't have the guts to. They didn't really, They didn't really do the romance some justice. Like they had it subtle.
I feel like I can
Finn. I felt like was just a big time wasted character in this.
I feel like Episode 9. I could just feel it. Like Jay's just gonna come in and it's gonna be very Return of the Jedi. I kind of feel that way.
Oh, I hope not.
I hope not too. I hope that he takes into consideration Rian Johnson's direction.
Is there any possible way they can team up and just hang out together?
Right? I mean, just collaborate.
Can we co-direct?
Just meet in the middle.
I would co-direct with Nitefaze.
Yeah, heck yeah, that'd be great. We gotta put so many lightsaber battles. Maybe one or two.
Yeah. He would be the yin to the yang because I'd be extreme and he'd be like, no.
Yeah, let's tone it down.
Let's tone it back.
Let's save that for the end. All right?
Tone it down, Gigi. Simmer down. It's hard to tell. I mean, it's such a subjective question to write and ask you.
Yeah.
But like you said, we won't know till Episode 9.
Right.
But I feel like some of them will pay off. I think hopefully the Kylo one pays off as him as a villain.
I hope
Luke. Dying, which I guess is a semi. I felt like I knew that was going to happen right away, but
I hope they bring him back. Force Ghost Luke.
He's going to definitely be back. I already know for a fact, but I hope he's a little bit more accepting to help Rey this time because he was very non-receptive.
I think they are going to work on that. They're going to say, "Okay, Mark, we know you're miserable, but don't worry, JJ's here."
Because
JJ's here.
Because I feel like they recorded a lot of scenes with Rey and Luke, but they just didn't put them in the movie. Because I felt like there was something missing there for sure.
Yeah.
Because I to be honest, I thought that was gonna be majority of the movie, and it kind of was. It was kind of like the 40% out of the 20/20 of the other two, because 20% Finn, 20% Poe, but she got the 40%. But I felt like there'd be a little bit more with those two together.
Yeah.
Or even all three of them together interacting, because you didn't really even see that a lot. Like, they tried to me, I feel like they made Luke into 3 different characters in this movie. Like, they wanted, not Luke himself, Luke from the previous series. The first original trilogy. Yeah. They took Luke's character and split him into 3. They put him into Poe, because he's the ace pilot. They gave it to Rey because she's the Jedi, and then they gave Finn because he's the comic relief, realistically.
Yeah.
And that's basically the 3 parts of Luke, what made Luke so good. And I feel like that's what they basically did with those 3 characters, but they just weren't utilized enough besides Daisy Ridley. I think she did. Her performance was fantastic.
Right. Yeah, it was, yeah.
Her parts shine the most. I like her parts the most.
Yeah, I agree. The Luke storyline worked for me with Luke and
Ray. You kind of agree though, like they kind of did that, like they took Luke and they just kind of split him to three.
But it's funny that you say that because like when you look at Luke in this film, he is not those three people you just described. He's like completely broken.
Yeah, and that's what I liked about him.
Yeah, that's what I liked about him.
That's what I liked about him a lot. But what I meant, I didn't mean him as himself. I meant like in the past movies, that's who he was.
I see. Yeah.
And that's what they use those character archetypes for those three characters. For Finn, comedy. Yeah. For Poe, because he's the ace pilot of the X-Wing. Yeah. And then for Ren, because she's a Jedi. Or Rey, sorry.
Yeah, they all need to stand on their own, I feel like.
And that's what I feel like they didn't do, though. I feel like they weren't... That's one of the risks I didn't like. They kind of just didn't like... If Finn croaked right there, that would have had way more meaning. His sacrifice would have meant a lot.
I kind of hope those two big risks they kind of didn't take was Rey joining Kylo.
Yes.
Which would have been... Epic. What? Whoa! And then Finn, sacrifice himself. And then maybe just ended like that. Very Empire. It would be kind of like Empire Strikes Back. It was like, oh, is there a hope? You know what I mean? Where
I almost go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, or like maybe the rebels do get captured.
Yeah.
And because of Rey,
they called for help and nobody was like,
yeah, because of Rey. Yeah, exactly. Oh, we see Rogue One. We're not going over there. Yeah. We've been to Rogue One. We're not doing that. But like that would have been epic if they got captured and because Rey is more like she's just joining Kylo.
Yeah, she's still learning. Like her power is so raw. Like she's so powerful, but her power, she still doesn't know how to harness.
Yeah, but that would have been epic to be the voice of reason. Like tell Kylo like don't kill them, just capture them. You know what I mean? We're gonna if you want me on board, this is what needs to happen. And he's like, oh, okay, all right.
But then she turns around and kills all of them.
Yeah.
That would have been like people would have lost their shit. Yeah. But I think we'll find out. We'll really find out if they pay off in episode 9 or not. It's definitely a fun movie. What would you give it rating scale wise?
I'm giving this 9.3 out of 10.
Oh wow! All right, I'm not as lenient. As much as I like this movie, it's only probably like for me, it's personally like a 8 for me. 8 out of 10.
How dare you!
But no, I really enjoyed this movie. It's good. It's a good Star Wars movie, but for me, it's not great yet. Maybe episode 9 makes this one great because if those seeds come true, I'm like, oh, okay. But like you said earlier, I think as the years go on, this will be more appreciated. But I really enjoyed this movie. I like this movie. Go see it for yourselves. Be your own judge. For me personally, 8 out of 10. It's just,
we didn't touch on the most important part about this movie.
Boobs.
Besides that, I was gonna get to that, but
walrus tits.
That too, but
go inside.
What do you think about the porgs?
I'm actually shocked they're not annoying because I thought they were going to be Ewoks. But they are actually very lovable. Like when Chewie was eating his family, the porg family, and he's just crying, and he's like, "Oh, dude, like go away from me."
That was hilarious. It looked like Big Bird on a stick. It was hilarious. He was like,
yeah.
Oh my god, that was.
Oh. Like, before we end, there was that scene before Kylo and Luke fought. Yeah. I thought they were going to do an ending there. I thought they were going to end it right there, right before they fought, and leave it for episode 9. Oh, really? I was like, because I really thought, because the movie was getting long, and I was like, don't do it. Don't you and they did it. Thank God they did it. Because it just didn't, like, that height felt perfect.
Yeah.
And just end it. Just kind of.
Oh. I don't know if that would have.
No, it would have made people furious.
I think it would have made it worse. Like, we want to see what the fuck. And like, yo, that would have been so bad.
No, but I almost felt like they were going to do it because the way they shot it, and the way it was angled, and the way they just talked to each other, and then it paused for a second. I'm like, don't do it.
Don't you dare do it.
And they didn't, thank God. Anything else you want to touch upon? We gave our rating, our thoughts. Go see the movie, right? Definitely
go check it out. Don't read too much into RT.
Seriously, have your own opinion. Like, respect our opinion, but most importantly, respect your own judgment. Yeah. And go give it a chance though. But don't be one of those guys that
I don't think honestly, I don't think this movie deserves all the hate. Because it's like people say things like it's the worst Star Wars movie ever. It's worse than the prequels. It ruined the franchise, and I don't think that's unwarranted. I
think that's a little overblown.
It is overblown.
I don't think like I've seen a lot of that, but most of the reviews and most people I talk to really enjoyed this movie.
Exactly.
Liked it. But yes, there's definitely things they can do better. Like the story could be a little bit better, the pacing could be a little bit better.
Right.
Some of the risk could be way better.
Yeah.
And those are my biggest problems for me, because honestly the pacing was bad in my opinion.
I just like I said, like the storytelling here worked so great. Like it kept me engaged. It was very refreshing. This is the first Star Wars movie where I was watching it and I didn't overanalyze things. I didn't know where it was going, and I like that.
And I think that's the perfect point right there. It's refreshing. It's just different. And like they're finally kind of getting. It makes you think a lot. Like I said, if you watch this more, and I would probably like when it gets a Blu-ray, I'll probably be watching it like 2 or 3 times back to back just to kind of see if my initial, after having like 3 or 4 days to digest it.
Yeah.
But those, I feel like, you know, we're not here to tear the movie apart or anything like that, and that's not what my purpose was. Because I enjoyed the movie, but I feel like my complaints were warranted, and that's the complaints I really saw.
A lot.
Like
absolutely.
I feel like
if you have your dislikes, it's fine.
Like the pacing, the story could be a little bit better, and some other things. But I think the director, you know, he had a huge sack on him to do some of this stuff. Like it was, and it's impressive.
And he knows he got the hate. He knows that he accepts it. That's why I admire.
The thing about the fandom, though, like we talked about earlier off camera, it's like you're just not gonna impress everybody.
Yeah, you're not gonna please everybody.
And I'm sorry, guys. Like episodes, 4 and 5, 6 are the best in our hearts, but I don't think it's ever gonna get like that again. No. Like I don't unfortunately, I think this is just gonna be the Disney way, where they kind of do a lot of nothing.
Yeah. Well, it's funny,
but it's a fun popcorn movie.
It's funny because they gave him creative freedom. From what I hear, the director, they weren't on top of him with this movie. They're like, "Do the Star Wars movie you want." He's like, "Okay, I am. We're gonna do it this way, and screw it. I don't care what people say." You know, and really, that was his attitude, and I gotta respect him for doing that.
And honestly, when you're in a position like that and you're making a movie, you got to consider the fandom, but you can't be like, I'm afraid to do this, I'm afraid to do that, because if you do that again, you get episode 7 again, and then you hear the same stuff. Like
exactly,
it's too similar.
Well, it's too similar to Empire and Return of the Jedi.
This is what I love about this movie the most, is it's so different.
Very different.
It's so different. Yes. It makes you think.
It stands out.
But again, yes, my complaints, they're not major, but I think they do hurt the movie for sure. At least in my opinion, because there's some pacing problems for sure.
Yeah.
But
I get that.
8 out of 10 for me, 9.3 for Nitefaze. Go check the movie. Thank you so much for collabing again, brother.
Thanks, bro. I was waiting for this. Man, this is one of my most anticipated films. I'm glad we wrapped up the year with this film.
Yes, we wrapped up the year with this film, but not our podcast yet.
Not yet.
You had a fantastic idea. I'm going to have Chad aboard, too. We're going to, all 3 of us, are going to talk about, before the new year kicks off, we're going to talk about our end of the year, like our best moments of 2017, whether it's video games, movies, TV, life. We're just going to reminisce about the good things, because 2017... happened in like a blink of the eye.
It did.
But a lot of amazing things happened in cinema, video games, TV.
Absolutely.
And in our own lives, our own personal lives. So we are very excited to share that with you guys. We appreciate all the love and support. Definitely, I'll leave a link to his channel below. You guys have been showing him so much love, and I really appreciate that. You've been showing me a lot of love, and I really appreciate that. So don't be afraid to tell us below what were your favorite moments of Star Wars, the Last Jedi. What was your favorite moments? Was this movie the Star Wars movie you want, or was there some things lacking? And personally, I liked how we didn't know. Like all the fan fiction, everything we wrote, like every fans wrote and stuff, like how we thought things were gonna go. I like how we didn't know.
Exactly.
I like how it didn't. It surprised me. And I like that a lot. And I think that's scary to a lot of people. Because a lot of people don't want... They want things to happen in their own way.
That's why I said, I'm a very casual, Star Wars movie fan.
Yeah. And
I'm just, I'm a cinephile in general. So when a movie,
this guy's definitely big.
When a movie that is Star Wars surprises the living crap out of me more than any other movie that's come out this year, That says a lot.
And I think, guys, it's Disney. They're making so much money. It's gonna keep going. It's not ending anytime soon.
They're taking over.
They bought Fox.
Soon they'll buy Warner Brothers. They'll take over DCU.
It's great. Well, the funny thing is, they did make a bid on DC.
Did they? Oh my god!
Like years ago, before Warner Brothers got the full rights to DC.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, they had a bid, but they lost the bid to Warner Brothers.
Wow.
But it's funny how they win everything else. Like, they win Fox.
Yeah, we get Fox. We got all our Marvel property.
Yeah,
what you got?
They team up with Sony. They get Star Wars.
Oh my god.
It's really interesting, and I'm really excited to see where Episode 9 goes. I'm with Nitefaze. I don't feel like. I think a lot of the hate's overblown.
It is overblown.
But go watch the movie. Be the judge for yourself, and if you're disappointed, so be it. But just
watch the movie and decide for yourself. If you're a Star Wars fan, definitely go watch this movie.
You gotta go see it.
Don't miss out. Don't let people that are so negative and toxic say, "Oh, this is the worst. This is a piece of shit." Don't believe them. They have their dislikes. Fine. That's totally understandable. Trustman just pointed out. That's cool. I totally get that. People are going to have dislikes and gripes about any film in general, but just to straight up bash it and just say it's worse than the prequels is ludicrous.
Unfortunately, the day and age we live in, just people are just like that, man. Whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on video games, whether it's on movies, people just got to hate. Yeah. But you got to kind of ignore that and just be your own judge. Respect people's opinion for sure. Just don't trash people's opinion. Respect our opinions on it for sure. Go see it. Go enjoy it yourself. Yeah. I gotta thank Nitefaze again being on the channel with me. Stay tuned for everything that's coming up. Well, I'm gonna try to get Chad for an anime time either tomorrow or Saturday. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but my bad. I do have some more vids coming up for you as well, so I'll get this upload really quick. But thank you so much, brother.
No, thank you, bro. This is fun.
The dynamic duo back at it
again.
Yeah. But we're excited for 2018. There's a lot to watch and do Spoilercast on with this fella. And
can't wait for Chad to come on. We'll do the Trinity.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be the Trinity. Yeah. It's gonna be fun. All three of us talking about our favorite moments from 2017.
Absolutely, yeah.
But stay tuned for that, guys. Hopefully, this might not be the last time I see you before Christmas, but if it is, Merry Christmas, guys. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Hope you enjoy.
That's right.
Your fellow Strassman, the GG, with Nitefaze. We outie.